Okay. Alright. Okay. Fuck. No, I kept postponing because well, actually yesterday I loaded up the game and I checked the timer. And I'm pretty sure I loaded it up yesterday. Checked the timer. Pretty sure I did that. Anyway, it showed that I had, like, you know, a day plus, you know, a couple of hours left extra. So yeah. That made me kept delaying, you know. And then just right now when I felt like streaming, you know, I checked the timer again. I loaded up the game, checked the timer, and all of a sudden it showed like I had 2 days left. Yeah, that usually indicates that, you know, the older timer ran out and a new timer has started, which is not a good sign. Yeah, and then I checked my last stream date. It was almost like a whole week ago. So, you know, almost 7 days ago. So, yeah, I think I kind of fucked up, and I missed an entire period. That's disappointing, to say the least. Well, the good thing is, you know, I've been ignoring all these anomaly quests for a long while now. While I played through the campaign, because I didn't want to fast travel around to do a bunch of these anomalies, because I was enjoying the whole experience where I was riding around medieval Japan. So, you know, put into the context of the larger picture, okay, I'm fine. You know, it's a good thing I ignore all those quests early on, because, you know, if I make a little lapses here and there, I can forgive myself. Yes, video games is serious business. If you miss your dailies or you miss your weeklies, yeah, you need to, I don't know, you need to reflect on why you failed. Yeah. To seriously self-criticize, write down all the reasons why you failed to play this video game at this specific point in time. Yeah. Okay, so audio is a little bit weird, so I'm not sure what the reason is for the audio weirdness. There are a couple of reasons. Couple of potential reasons, because yeah, part of the reason I couldn't stream was because you know, I did some major stuff. I couldn't even play. I didn't even have time to play video games. So yeah. Well, stuff that's unrelated to the audio issue is, you know, the stuff that kept me busy was, yeah, I was reviewing a paper, and yeah, that sort of that played a role. It definitely played a role. Okay, so if I go out, let's see. If I go out my hideout, the seasons will change, and then I can pick which castle to start mining echoes. No, actually mining which corrupted castles to clear. Has nothing to do with echoes. Okay. I remember R2. Alright. Okay. So yeah. I'm reviewing a paper that took up a night that was meant for gaming. And I don't know, these couple of days, like my body's tired. So that did contribute to not streaming. But what potentially could cause my audio issues? Let's get back to the audio issue. Is that I took apart my PC because, well, not the entire PC. I just unseated the graphics card and checked the cables. Check my box cables to see if there's like an extra PCIe cable that could help me. So I found out that, well, I make it sound like it's something new, right? Well, it's not exactly that. It's more like, you know, it's been so long. Wow, it's just knock all of them out, nice. But yeah, it's just been so long since so long since I've bought my PC, my components. I do not commit to memory everything I buy, and so yeah, I kept mentioning, you know, the annoying problem I had with the GPU turning red, right? So the power cables, the red warning LEDs on the power cables blinking red. My GPU did not magically turn red now, but you know, power LED did. Oh, can't kill this guy. All right, fine. Guess he's still alive, right? Yeah, still shows up as alive and target that I can assassinate. Oh, he's phased into existence. Right. So anyway, back to my GPU problem. So the LEDs on the cable was blinking red, and that does indicate that power supply has issues. And you know, I've been reading various internet opinions, and you know, a lot of people have been saying that it's okay. So some have been saying that it's okay to ignore it. Some have said that, yeah, maybe you don't want to ignore it. Like, it is important. So upon further reflection, I'm like, all right, fine. You know, that's I need to do something about it, because it's getting to the point where, even though I've lowered the I've undervolted to the point where the voltage was like 0.975 volts, I'm still getting issues. Like, you know, one of the LED lit up even though I just even though I constrain the voltage by so much. I keep confusing the buttons because it's been so long since I've played. Oh, different room. Yep, so basically taking apart the PC and reseating the cables. I found out that okay, apparently the SF750 PSU that I was using, you actually don't use the you actually don't use 3 cables to connect to the GPU, even though like, you know. Okay. Can't leave that guy alive. So even though, okay, so there are like 4 slots for the for 8 pins. 4 slots for the 8 pins that you can use between your CPU and GPU. Now the company Corsair provided, very kindly provided 7 meters. Maybe I shouldn't be greedy, or maybe I should either. Yeah, so even though Corsair helpfully provided, no, Corsair only provided like intense, so I can't. Alright. So some guys I need to kill. Right. X. Right, X to crouch. Wait, I got 2. Alright, there's entity recalibration and also entity... Okay, I think one of them was kill a bunch of samurais, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I think that was that. Alright, then what remains is purge the corrupt entity and stabilize the corrupted castles. Alright. Okay, so I managed to complete 2 objectives because I've murdered so many people. So yeah, but back to the big thing that I really wanted to share. Which was me opening up my PC and reseating all the power cables and hoping and praying that solves my fucking problem with the power cable blinking red. The warning LED, the red LED for the power cable just blinking red. So yeah, what I wanted to share was, so I found out that apparently there's like only okay, so Corsair only provided 2 cables for the CPU and 2 cables for the GPU. And this was bought before the 12-volt high power cable, 12 VHPWR, something like that. Yeah, that 12-volt high power cable thing was in fashion, and even then, Corsair only provided 2 cables, sadly, for the GPU. 2 cables for CPU, 2 cables for GPU. And yeah, thing is, my 3090 takes 3 PCIe power connectors, and yeah, I was hoping to use more cables so that it's more stable, and I found out that all this while I've been relying on daisy chaining. Just 2 power cables. Yeah, so it's entirely for those 2 power it's entirely possible for those two power cables to the easy chain to split essentially to four. To yeah, so if you have a hypothetical GPU that uses like 4 slots, you can do that. Entirely possible. However, how the fuck do I climb this shit? Oh, I've ruined the place, so no need to be gentle when climbing up. Still can't climb up. What the fuck is up with this game? Alright, finally. Finally. Ah. Don't use my abilities that much. Still on 63 because, yeah, this thing has days. Do I have a nicer... So this one also does poison. This one has higher weapon DPS, but... yeah, other than DPS itself, it doesn't synergize with what, with its ability. Like, this poison blade also has faster affliction build up if I hit multiple enemies. Fine. I mean, I don't hit multiple enemies often when I'm using the Tanto. I'm only using it against like one dude most of the time. And if I am fighting multiple enemies, I should switch to Katana because Katana blocks will... yeah, Katana blocks is capable of... oh, they gave me something very similar to what I've equipped. Yeah, so Katana blocks will leave the enemy vulnerable because I bought their ability. So, not that critical. So anyway, yeah. GPU, annoyingly, it's just a case of me using two outputs from my PSU, my power supply unit, into the GPU instead of just instead of using all three. My CPU only takes one power cable slot to power, so I do have one extra that's empty, that's unused on the PSU. Okay, so the PSU gives me 4 slots. Out of those 4 slots, one is going to the one is going to the CPU and 2 is going to the GPU right now. My CPU only requires 1, but my GPU requires 3. So the trick is, you know, the two cable, the 2 slots, the 2 power cables going out of the... yeah, I don't know all these technical terms, but yeah, the 2 power cables going out of the... 2 power cables going out of the... two power cables going out of the PSU. What the fuck this game. Fuck the controller, actually. I accidentally pressed something while I was trying to to look for the words I should say. Stacking up doesn't help things. Okay, so the 2 power cables coming out of the my PSU. So there are 4 slots. One goes to CPU, 2 goes to GPU, and the 2 that goes out of the GPU, each one of them can be split into further 2. So I think, yeah, I just mentioned it earlier that it's hypothetically possible that, you know, if there's a GPU that takes 4 power slots to power, it's possible for me to power them by doing this split thing. You know, comes out of the PSU, 2 cable, okay, 2 power cables come out of the PSU, but since it can be split into 4, I can power a 4 power slots GPU. However, that is not optimal. That's not ideal because yeah, it's split, right? So split power cables are always not good. It's best to just get the power direct from the source. That's why I really was hoping that Cosette did provide me with a third PCIe cable that I somehow neglected and ignored. But as it turned out, no. Sadly, there was only two PCIe cable. So I don't know. I swapped things around. I saw that I was placing my CPU connector very close to the GPU connector. So since, you know, there are 4 available slots, I don't need to place all 3 cables side by side. So, you know, I moved the CPU cable to one end. I moved the 2 GPU cables to another end, leaving like 1 slot empty in between them. So I'm hoping that somehow fixes things. So all this long-winded story, like, why am I telling this long-winded story? Point is, you know, I opened up my PC and I shuffled things around, and there are consequences to that. Consequences, namely being that, whenever you open up your PC and you shuffle things around, like, you can never be 100% sure that everything works the same. Like, when I first powered the PC back on, I realized that one of my CPU fan is on the verge of failing. Like, it was making a lot of noise at low RPM. Of course, once the CPU warmed up and the CPU fan started spinning rapidly, the noise went away. But yeah, it's a bad sign. It's a sign that it's not long for this world. Just the fan, not the CPU. The CPU, it's going to be a huge headache. The fan is not that costly, but still, you know, ideally, I don't have to. I don't have to fucking pay for it. I don't have to replace it anytime soon. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. So, I still haven't gotten to the point of all this pointless, inane rambling, have I? Okay, so this entire fucking story is being told because I was saying that it seems like I might be having issues with my audio, and yeah, that was the point. I shuffled everything, the inits on my PC, and that also means that I've reconnected my digital audio interface thingy. No, unplugging a USB device. I found out what it's called last time. How could I have forgotten the name? Shit. Let me check the name again. It's Solo Scarlet. USB audio interface. Yes, it's called an audio interface. Okay. So I was calling it correctly. I was naming it correctly. As an audio interface. It's a 3rd gen Scarlet Solo USB audio interface. It's, just plugging unplugging stuff a USB device. You would imagine that it won't change any sound quality, right? But it might. Who knows? Of course, there's one other simpler explanation for the for the problem I'm having. What I perceive to be altered audio. That is very simply because I can't open this, right? Yeah, so that simple reason is this. Alright, this is gonna turn into another long story, actually. So I swap. Trying to swap weapons. Why can I not swap? I think it's because I'm hiding behind cover. So if I'm hiding behind cover, yeah, I can't swap weapons. All right, lesson learned. Still confusing the crouch and dodge button because I've played too much of the OAC. Played this map before in a different season. I remember the enemy and item placements everywhere. So yeah, let's get back to the me rambling about my audio situation. So I swap the Bluetooth adapters for my flathead earphones and my and my IEMs. So I have a KZ AZ09 on my IEM right now, and I have a TRN BT20 XS on my flathead earphones right now. So they used to be different. It used to be BT20 on the BT20 XS on the IEM and the KZAZ09 on the flatheads. Because I had so much issue with the battery draining and all that, I thought, fuck it, let's just swap it. There was a reason why it was configured that way. There was a reason for the previous configuration. It wasn't like on a whim or on a spur of the moment I decided which Bluetooth adapter to use on which headset. Oh no, the whole like. Alright, good. He has been silenced. Silencio. I think it's best if I put him to sleep. Maybe not now though. Let's see if I can get. I think I've given up on trying to kill the Daisho with my friends. So I'm just gonna put him to sleep and attract a bunch of people to investigate and get them to sleep as well. Alright, all three of them are asleep now. That guy needs to die. These guys are oblivious, so it's cool. Alright, got the key. Got the key. And the other guy is like on the other side of the gate, so as long as I do not open the gate, I'm cool. Let's be safe. So the reason I had the oh, they attracted the attention of the guard outside, the falling bell. I guess it did make a fair bit of noise. So yeah, the KZ09, it has an issue. It has like these recess connectors. That is problematic because the IEMs I own they're not designed for recess connectors, so the connectors just kind of dangle loosely, which means, you know, there's always a danger of the IEM falling out. That's terrible. That's just terrible, you know. And wait. What the? Oh, fuck. The game fucking bugged out on me. Great, wonderful. No kill one. No double murder. Oh, that's a shame. Oh. Yeah, so that's why I okay, so that doesn't explain the full story, right? So it has recess connectors. And yeah, the IMs I buy don't quite fit it because my dangle is getting involved. So I bought another Bluetooth adapter that doesn't feature a recess connector. The BT20XS, which is why I come to own a BT20XS. It was not my first choice. Man, blood splattered on snow, it's just iconic. So my IM goes to the BT20XS that does not have a recess connector. It's all fine and dandy except for, this fucking BT20XS having battery issues recently. Recently, by recently I mean past couple of months. Technically I'm done, but I want to murder more people. This game is smooth. Like, maybe, disassembling and reassembling my computer partially. Not fully, just partially. Ah, fuck. Well, motherfucker is moving too fast for me. Keeps circling and circling the damn place. The guy did not notice the little friend dying behind him, but he did notice me coming up in front of him. Alright. Well, let's continue the very boring story about my IEM situation. Which part have I gotten to? I think I've gotten to the part where, right, I've told a long story about why I ended up having 2 Bluetooth adapters. Actually, I have 3. That's another story. Well, it's not a long story, actually. The third one was an impulse buy. It's just that simple. But yeah, I acquired the first 2 Bluetooth adapters purely because the first one I bought, a Z09, it has a recessed connector and it doesn't cater to my IEM. And yeah, so I bought a second Bluetooth connector that can cater to my IEM better. Where is the fucking tower? It should be extremely tall and I should be able to notice it. I see an alarm, but alarm bell is not a indicator. I'm actually at the perimeters of the fucking place. Oh well. Come on. So I just murder more people. Since I'm here, right? Still actually haven't quite finished the story because I haven't gotten the part where I ended up with a flat head. Yeah, so since I got a BT20XS and I put my IEM on BT20XS, I have an AZ09 that's lying around doing nothing. Right. And that's how I end up with a flathead. Because I had AZ09 that was doing nothing, I was thinking, alright. It's a shame for it to sit there and do nothing, and it's been a long time since I've used any flathead earphones. Like, they were from like 10-20 years ago. They're popular then, but since then IEMs have taken over, with the Chi-Fi rage. Hi-Fi in China, and it's cheap. So Chi-Fi. And yeah, it's all about IEMs these days, and flatheads aren't used that much anymore. But well, they are. The thing is, with China, there's so many companies that they're capable of catering to pretty much every single taste. So it's like, okay, there's apparently now, the ability to buy earphones with interchangeable cables. The earphone unit itself is detachable from the cable. And they are relatively cheap. All things considered, they're relatively cheap. I think I've found my way back to the castle. Yep, that's the castle, alright. What a short-ass castle. Explains why I have trouble locating it. Yeah, so that explains why the AZ09, KZ AZ09. KZ is a company. And all these audio companies just use like letters, and none of them vowels. TRN, KZ. So yeah, the KZ AZ09. That's how it ended up being I ended up having a flathead on it initially. All because I wanted to fill a void. I thought, okay, I can get myself a cheap earphones. I needed to buy something extra so that I can get free shipping from AliExpress. So I bought the earphones and I placed it on the AZ09, and then kept using it, had fun using it in various different ways. Because, yeah, the earphones are straight. The connector to the earphones are straight, so they're not meant to be attached to these like wireless Bluetooth adapters. So I tried the over the ear style, and then I went under the ear style. So the thing with the KZ AZ09 is that the ear hooks themselves, unlike the TRM BT20XS, the ear hooks are rigid. They're not flexible. So that's why I had to try the under the ear style of wearing the what should I call it? The wireless capable earphones, yeah. So I had to do this weird thing where I'm wearing the Bluetooth adapters in ways it wasn't intended to be worn. And it was at least slightly more secure, less prone to, being ejected out of my ear compared to wearing them over the ear. Under the ear is slightly better. This is not the best set of stats I can get, but I care about fashion now. Once again, I'm caring about fashion. Yeah. And what they say about the Bluetooth adapters having different audio qualities, yeah, that's actually quite true. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to explain the reason why. Okay, for games are fine. I don't perceive a difference in the audio quality. Not just quality, but audio signature. But with my own voice, as I was listening to myself ramble on endlessly. In fact, I'm going to alt-tab out and check my own voice as well. I'm going to unmute myself. Yeah, it takes on a different quality. It takes on a rather different quality. I can't quite explain it. I think, yeah, the quality is higher than what the TRM BT20XS was offering. And this KZ-AZ09, the non-pro version that I have, it requires way less power to output the same volume. Like I can reduce my volume right now. It's running at 25 for this game. On the other headset, on the other adapter, the KZ-AZ09, I need to be at 50 to get same level. Get same level of loudness. Yeah, so it seems like this KZ-AZ09 seems like a more capable unit, at least in terms of outputting to a higher volume and possibly improving the sound signature as well. The BT20XS, yeah. If not for its sort of its ability to deal with my IEM, in fact, a lot of IEMs don't fit well with the KZ-AZ09, and they only fit well with BT20XS because these IEMs are not designed for a recessed connector, while the KZ company, they don't just make Bluetooth adapters. Their main business is making IEMs, and most of their IEMs have recessed connectors. That's why they also design a Bluetooth adapter to be recessed. Yeah. So the connectors are too short. Connectors from the adapter is too short to plug into other IEMs that do not take recessed connectors. The ports, the 2-pin ports on the other IEMs, cannot grip onto the very short exposed connectors from the Bluetooth adapter. Oh yeah, so of course there's like one crucial part of the story that's missing, right? Okay, so I ended up with my IEM on the KZ-AZ09. So naturally, the question is, I say naturally. All right. So I've been banging on about the recessed connector not allowing the IEMs to stay gripped onto the Bluetooth adapter. Oh. So how can I do it now? Like, is my IEM on the verge of falling out? No, actually, they are rather secure on the AZ09. That's because I also, rather recently, I bit the bullet and bought rather expensive because, it's basically price gouging by the Chinese guys, and I don't blame them. Anyway, yeah, they're price gouging. Oh, I've already cleared. Okay, right, so I can leave now. Yeah, so I've been rambling so much that I forgot about the actions that I've performed minutes earlier. So yeah, and the game's running so smooth as well that I don't mind wasting time all with the game. Like, this game is uncharacteristically smooth. It could be because it's winter time, there's not that much like leaves and foliage, and the game's running at a higher FPS. That's why everything feels smooth. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I bought these like extra adapters that plug into the Bluetooth adapter. Yeah, they plug into the recessed plugs to extend it and make it possible for me to fit my IEMs to the KZ-AZ09. Yep. So at a lot of cost, right? I bought an extra. Okay, it all started because, okay, my IEM. What is my IEM? It's a Chew 2. It's a Moondrop Chew 2. So my original plan was buying a KZ-AZ09. Well, actually, my original plan was just getting a Chew 2, and then I wanted it to be wireless. This is how all these purchases stack up. I wanted a Chew 2. Alright, I got myself a Chew 2. I listened to it, but of course the cable is short, and then, you know, I have this annoying problem that I personally find annoying, is that, you know, I have to take off my IEM when I get up from the PC and, you know, go to the restroom. or do other fun stuff. And yeah, right, which is a good bargain. I think a good bargain is doing those castles where I only have to kill 2 guys and get 2 chests in return. Alright. So, you know, I started with Chutu, and then I got a KZ AZ09 to give it wireless capability, and then it turns out that a Chutu doesn't take well to the recess connector of the AZ09, and I ended up buying a BT20XS. And then after, because I've transferred my IEM to the BT20XS, I've ended up with a KZ AZ09 that's lying unused. I ended up buying a flathead earphone, and then because of this issue, this battery issue, I had to transfer my KZ AZ09 to I had to transfer my IEM to the KZ AZ09. That wasn't actually the reason why I bought the extra adapters that extends out the KZ AZ09 to make the AZ09 fit my IEM, to fit the Chutu. No, I actually impulse bought those adapters for another reason, and now it's proven itself useful. And then I impulse purchase a third Bluetooth adapter from TRN again. Not the BT20XS, it's the BT20 Pro. And the BT20 Pro. Killed 2 of them. Bullshit. Now he's gonna start running around and warning everyone. He's gonna be a liability. So I have to knock him out. Wait, how do I get into this castle? There must be an open window somewhere. Ah, there you are. Yeah, so impulse purchase a BT20 Pro adapter because I was so satisfied with BT20XS until these past few months where I discovered its huge issue with rapidly losing battery capacity. That's why you don't impulse buy these things, especially things with batteries in them. Like, these batteries degrade over time as well, so. And the thing is, can't loot the guy. Oh shit. Alright. I can feel the frame rate dropping now. All my praise about frame rate being good was only specific to those castles that I visited during winter time. So even when you're not using any of your Bluetooth adapters, because there are batteries in them, they degrade. Another reason why you do an impulse purchase is because over time things tend to drop in price. You know, you can have better technology if you hold off on your purchases. That used to hold true. Unfortunately, thanks to bullshit like tariff wars and AI data center build-outs, like we have insane price instability. Like fuck. The DDR5 RAM, I think I mentioned that DDR5 RAM shooting up in price. GPU pricing has been a problem for years because, again, of AI and crypto mining. So yeah, I was about to say that the only silver lining is SSD being cheaper. Unfortunately, due to recent AI data center bullshit, that has gone away, sadly. So no more cheap SSD. So I'm kind of glad that I bought. I'm glad that I bought my SSD, my 4 TB SSD. Right? It's something of an impulse purchase, but for once it's proven to be prescient. Because yeah, SSD prices and RAM prices not good, but they're somewhat related, right? Because SSD, the tech, the memory module, the chips, they're all they're all using somewhat similar tech. So if SSD prices drop, then RAM prices will often, not always, but often drop correspondingly. Oh man, such a shame that all this, like, the era of cheap shit is over. Cost of living, everything is just going up, 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 and up. So many people who are knocked out. Weirdly. I found the other daisho, so there's no need for me to venture to another part of the camp if I don't want to. Okay, maybe this daisho is alone, right? Maybe I can finally test out if it's possible to kill the daisho with my best buddy. Daisho's right there. Why can't I press A? Alright. Maybe I need a better angle. Pressing A to climb up. Climb up. I want to create a situation where I won't say it's impossible for the game to misinterpret my inputs, but you know, if it does misinterpret it, then I call bullshit. Let me take care of this guy here. Right, this guy is alone, right? Wait. So, daisho cannot be killed. Essentially, cannot be targeted at all by my no, not by my shinobi. No. Nope. All right. Oh, and that two, not two, the equipment that I wore that gave me extra health, that allowed me to assassinate with slightly more damage. That is actually crucial in assassinating these fucking daishos. By not wearing these equipments on the ground when I'm assassinating these daishos, I can't actually assassinate them. I still have a sliver of health left. Sliver of health that would have been taken care of had I had the right equipment. Level 67. Keep getting level 67 gear. How far am I from... Okay, not that far. Yeah, I recited you before. I knew I was gonna have to kill you. Man. Nah, after whining all day about the Alright, alright. Two mon. I waited all the time for two mon. Yeah. That's because I do have gear that allows me to do more damage if I do an air assassination. So let's try to attack the guy from above. Then it should be a one-hit KO. Not knocked out actually. He's gonna be dead. Right, I just want to rush in there. Right, this place is clear though. This place is clear, so... Oh. Ah, your gates won't stop me. Yeah, I just ran out of things to say. Right after I share my very important me swapping my very big news. I swapped my IEM and my earphones with different Bluetooth adapters. Very big news. And me opening up my PC case. Bloody Katana of the Monk and Bloody Katana. Why two same Bloody Katanas? But yeah. So yes, big news is the swapping of Bluetooth adapters with earphones and IEMs. Big news number one. Big news item number two. I've opened up my PC and swapped some power cables around. Shifted, not swap. Shifted it around in hopes that it will alleviate my power supply issues. Like, you know, the blinking red light that I got. So right now, I've been playing the game for approximately an hour. The voltage is 0.993 volts. The GPU is at 1935 megahertz. And I don't see any red blinking warning LED on the power cables. Okay, maybe I got lucky, but you know, this problem can crop up at the most unexpected moments. Yeah, but well, it's a good sign that I'm at a higher voltage. I used to limit things down to like 975 to keep the problem from appearing. So going above 975 to 993 voltage volts, it without triggering the power LED issue is a good sign. But there was a period of time where I was running around with like more than 993 is like 1000 volts or something, and I didn't encounter any issues. So it is entirely possible that the problem might crop up differently. Actually, the best way for me to test, well, is to waste some time and GPU cycles by running the overclocking scanner. That usually, not always, but usually triggers the like 90% chance. There was that one time when I ran the overclocking scanner without triggering the power warning LED. So I guess I'll see. Alright, one more castle. One last castle. That one's simple, one die show and one chest, but I recall there was one where I only need to kill like 2 guys and 3 guys, 2 chests. Yeah, fair, that's fair. Just need to get all the way up the castle. Wonderful. I have fun time getting all the way up. Maybe, you know, this improved performance, this apparent better stability, it also comes from the me shifting the GPU power cables around. Like, things are more stable now that the power is being delivered slightly more reliably to my GPU. So my frame rates have stabilized as well. Could be, like, I don't know. Could be. I did pay a price for shifting things around though. Like, yeah, so right now I am running on a I'm running this I'm streaming without a VPN connection. And this was not because I wanted to do it, but because oh shit, motherfuckers are all knocked out. I should take advantage while I can. One of the servants was also knocked out, so I need to be careful not to kill the servant accidentally. Observe, you know, the Japanese Genoa convention. Sengoku Jidai in the faraway land of Switzerland. Observe the honorable culture of not murdering civilians. No, actually. In actuality, like Sengoku Jidai, civilians as a concept doesn't exist. Like peasants are actually beneath samurai, and therefore murdering them is like totally acceptable. Of course, you get admonished and you get punished, You know, if you become some kind of crazy murderer, because it disturbs the harmony of the lands. Because, well, you don't want to incite a peasant revolt, right, with your indiscriminate murdering. But, yeah, me choosing not to kill civilians is actually a bit too forward thinking, shall we say. What's that noise? I think I knocked over something. Whatevs. Three knocked out bodies over here. Alright, one of them is a civilian, but I can't tell. So... ah, there she is. Alright, let's place you right next to the lights so that I know that you're civvy and do my best not to kill you. Do I press like B? Alright. I knocked out the lamp, which sort of defeats the purpose, but fine. Alright, she stays. And you stop butting your nose into business that you do not belong to. Right, I was talking about the price I paid for disassembling my PC, right? And that price was internet stability. Yep. So right now I'm running with VPN. So without a VPN, I did not choose to do this because I wanted to, but because I don't think the internet is too stable. I had issue with the internet disconnecting itself not too long ago. I think I might have knocked the Ethernet cable again, and that has contributed to some sort of instability. And yeah, that's why I unplugged and replugged the Ethernet cable several times, and then I shift the paper a little bit just to get a connection, and then I did a speed test, and for download speed it's okay, it's fine. But for upload speed, like used to be like 50 megabits per second. And now I'm only getting sorry. It used to be more than 50. I'm only getting 50 something now. It used to be like 80 megabits per second through the Ethernet connection, through the Ethernet cable. So very disappointing. So very disappointing. Download speed is still fine. It's just the it's just the upload speed that's problematic. It's not just download and upload speed, but also stability that can be an issue. Kill two of them. Oop. Yeah, the guy. Wait, he doesn't die? Alright. Yeah. This assassin guy is proving to be more and more worthless. I might as well start summoning my Tepo girlfriend, right? If the assassin guy can barely kill two guys at once, even though they're standing so close together. Yeah. Careful Girlfriend is a better deal as my ally. Yeah, so anyway, back to the internet. I'm hoping with my, my fingers crossed, I'm hoping that I am hoping. I am hoping that it remains stable. Like no sudden dropouts of connections. Although it is potentially an issue with my landlord's internet router. I won't rule that out now. Yep. Not having the option to light up a torch is proving to be unfun. Like, it's not bright outside, so I can still see what's happening on my monitor, but I hate to try to play this in daytime. Nope, no one was alerted. Alright, that's good. Means I can still fuck around inside. Seems like, yeah, level of resources in this place is disappointing. How much time have I spent though? Let me check. Oh, I'm almost to another season. I'm almost to spring now, so might as well use up those scouts then. Right, so another reason why I've been delaying streaming for so long was that since I swapped my my Bluetooth adapters, I wanted to test the endurance of the AZ09. Like, can it? The other reason why I bought the BT20XS was it advertised. A keyword here, advertise. It would advertise a battery life of 13 hours. And when it dropped to like 10 hours, I was sort of fine with it. I said, okay, fine, fine. I expect some battery life decrease over time. I did not expect it to be so terrible to drop to like just 6-7 hours. So now I want to know if the AZ09, which claims only 6 hours of battery life, I've used it extended periods of time at louder volumes, and it did manage to last like 5 hours ish. But now I'm only using it at like 25%. Most of the time when I was using the AZ09, I was using it at 50% volume. So I want to know if we can, have better endurance. And the other thing is, with this AZ09, there are two modes that I can trigger, like a performance mode and a higher fidelity mode. And performance mode means longer battery life, and I'm curious about that as well. I think I'm on the performance mode. I can only get 5-6 hours if I commit to performance mode. It's not doable. this endurance that I'm having. Oh, it's cock crow. Right. Oh, right. It's all the servants I've knocked out. Right. So this 5-6 hour performance figures won't be obtainable if I use the high fidelity mode. Thing is, since I am on a Windows 11 PC, high fidelity doesn't mean much because I don't have the right codec. Windows 11 supports AAC natively now instead of just SBC, and AAC is the codec that Apple uses, but you know, still it's better than SBC. And the thing is, yeah, I think this is as much fidelity that I can squeeze out of the damn thing. I'm shivering. Oh, I'm not hidden? That was dangerous. Yeah, if I see a white outline, then I'm hidden. If I don't, then it's gonna be a problem. Oh, did not notice that guy. That was dumb of me. And someone else as well, apparently. I did not notice. Who was it? This is one guy who's like, alright. Are you in range? So he's someone inside the house, and he's very perceptive. Too perceptive. Oh, he paid for it. He paid for his perceptiveness with blood. Blood. Ostensibly, I'm on a mission to murder some die shows, but it's sort of morph into a mission where I just murder half the castle. I mean, it's somewhat inevitable. Still. And there's one servant out there who's like constantly being surprised that his lord is knocked out. Kanto Shadow. At some point I'm gonna have to sell all these excess weapons. Definitely people patrolling this place. I can hear them whispering to themselves. Well, not whispering, talking to themselves. And not just knock the guy out. Yeah. Alright, fine. Thing is, the bad guy and the civilian are close together, and press the wrong button, both of them dies. Be glad that I spared you. Be glad. I'm not gonna chase after her. Too much effort. But she's gonna start calling for help, and that's gonna be problematic. Let's see. Can you hide? Yep, she brought help. That bitch brought help. Oh no, he's gonna wake up one of the servants. That's gonna be annoying as well. The prompt to grab the guy doesn't appear until I'm very close. I think I sort of have to bump into him a bit just to stop his momentum, and then grab the guy. You know, they mapped two different buttons, so I don't get why the game just doesn't allow me to, you know, grab. Right. That was you. You are the one who called for help. Right. Sorry. I'll put you to sleep now. Holy fuck. Way too many people are over there. I think that's Daisho. Oh. I thought I saw some treasure here. Alright, shit ton of people over there. I can fix that. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't want the guy waking up anybody. Wait, where's the Daisho? I need to be careful. I need to be careful. The Daisho is not around. I clearly detected a Daisho. Wait, someone's talking. Someone's talking. Oh, I can see my shadow. Yeah. Alright. Alright, I think I'm in the clear. Let's feast on the XP. Yeah. Yeah. Murdering defenseless people. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Oh, you're still sleepy as well. Right, he... Daisho. Ah, he's around here. Alright, I see. And not... What the... Seriously, no option to assassinate him? I thought my jump... No, my jump had more range than that. Thought I could assassinate him from up here. Turns out, no. I can see a potential problem with the AZ-09. Like, my ears are like a teensy-wincy bit sore. Definitely has something to do with how rigid the AZ-09 is. So running these things for many hours, it's gonna prove problematic. I've been using the AZ-09 mostly by wearing them upside down, essentially. The under the ear wearing method, because I was using them in conjunction with the flatheads. I forgot the name or product code. Yeah. So wearing them over the years seems like a chance of damn things being chance of damn things giving me sore ears is actually rather high. I've only been wearing them for like 1.5 hours and I already have this issue with sore ears. And if I want to do long streams, like 7-hour streams, it's going to prove even more problematic if I can get the battery to last that long. I've been shitting on my BT20 XS for so long. Yeah, let's say some good things about it. The BT20 XS does indeed have soft, flexible ear hooks, unlike the ear hooks on AZ09, which are rigid. And soft ear hooks does contribute to comfort. One thing I've noticed with soft ear hooks though is that they don't contribute to the IEMs staying in place very well. I constantly have to adjust the IEM, even though I'm very comfortable with the IEM, because sound leaks through it because somehow the IEM has just shifted position. So that is a problem with soft ear hooks. Comfort at the cost of just not being able to secure the damn things well. I guess that's the cost. Now I know why. I only need to kill like 3 daishos. Because the whole fucking castle ground is extremely big. Like, insanely big. So, kill 3 daishos, I get 2 treasure chests. It seems like a good deal until you realize you're gonna have to explore so much terrain. Cover so much terrain. Why would the game make me assassinate a sleeping guy and not the guy who was awake? I will never know, I guess. He fell on his feet. He landed on his feet. Oh man. At least no alarm was... Nope. Still in danger. Someone's... Ooh. Alright. Alright. Back to stealth. Oh. Yeah, more air assassination damage. That's cool. Red string on the mask matches nicely. It's a nice accent, you know, with my blood splatter white cloth. You know, white mask with red string, and then look at my blood splattered cloth. And it's, yeah. Perfecto. Perfect. Someone noticed me. Who? Uh-huh. What the fuck am I doing? And the game is like, yeah, the game is just magnetizing me towards like dumbass objects. Even though my camera is turned that way, I'm trying to like, you know, go this way. The game was making me like just fucking fuck around on these fucking fences. Terrible. Wow, the game is just dropping. Maybe a patch landed and someone fucking tweaked the. Okay, I got another katana with days. I want katanas with days. 2452. This is 2203, but more posture DPS. Okay. 2452 posture is 8,000. This one's posture is at 10k. Okay. Wait. My last scout. Fine. Smuggle some grains. Still haven't murdered all the die shields. Still a long way. How many am I still missing? Oh, one more. One more. Alright. Hey, I fought here, or else there wouldn't have been like these broken boxes and stuff. Oh, his body set aflame. Yeah, I heard the sound of flame whooshing. Turn around and indeed. Nice. Sometimes, you know, dumbass like effects are more than forgivable. Alright, she's gonna call for help. Oh, no! Shit. He was running away. Ah, well. Shit. Well. I mean... You know, yes, I'm disappointed in murdering a civilian, but... Hey, I tried my best, right? I tried my best to leave all of them alive. I tried my best. Tried so hard. in the end, it does matter a little bit. I lose out on the XP that I would have gained if I had just murdered all the civilians. Alright, something bad is happening. Here's my internet. Let me see. Okay. I think it's just... Yeah, it's just a stream that I was watching that dropped out. It's nothing to do with my own internet connection. So yeah, let's get back to the business of stabbing fools. It's living constantly under the shadow of terror that my internet connection might be dropping out. Okay. I don't know what you're doing. You might be just making a pancake or something. Unimportant. You might be sweeping the floors. Sweeping the floors. Okay. Well, regardless of what you're doing, you need to sleep. Right, with all these people who are knocked out, it's clearly a place that I think I've been there before. So yeah, not a part of the map with daishos. Where the fuck are the rest? In fact, no, it's just one guy. Where the fuck is that one last guy? One last daisho. This is that one instance where he's useful. What is if it's possible for me to do double air assassinations? I think the answer is no, but oh, there's Daisho. Fucking guy, glowing, practically glowing. Oh yes, it's possible to do double air assassinations. Want to go up? Fuck! I just want to. Alright. I need to get elevation because I plan to sneak. Alright. No, this guy's gonna be a problem, I guess. These guys too. Oh, that guy didn't prove to be a problem. He's just oblivious. I think it's because he's day drinking. Look at this. Okay, I thought I saw a sake bottle in his hands, but... someone else noticed. Who? This guy. Whoa, I tried blocking that. Okay. If I can counter something, then with Tanto, I'll just make short work of someone. So long as I can counter. That's the prerequisite. Countering. Easier said than done. No. It attract too much attention. I was thinking, oh hey, you know, if the guy's alone and won't cause a scene, then I'll murder the guy and get free XP. Oh, look at how smooth she runs. Yeah. I think there was some... Right. Nope, no more scouts. Ah, and these are stones. Precious stones that I wanted. Resource that I'm most lacking in. In any case, I got the last die show that means I should just hit back. Stop hanging out around here. CV. CV, right? The rest are all CVs. CVs. Alright, no war crimes. I'm gonna do some war crimes. No war crimes. Ah, well, fuck it. Whatever. I was trying to climb up the roof and do all kinds of fancy shit, but why bother? Right. Now, it's just a question of rushing all the way up. If I can find these stairs. Uh-huh. How do I get up? How do I get up? Here. Alright. Okay. Wait, what? No. The game's not gonna tempt me to linger around any longer. Second longer. No. That. Squeak, 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 squeak. No one's around. No one who's conscious anyway. To listen to those warning squeaks. No. What the? Okay, I think it's in the center then. The way up. Alright. Oh, there you are. I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense, right? Because caster strings in size as you go higher and higher. So, yeah, the ladder should be located closer and closer to the center of the castle over time as you climb up the tower. So again, these regrets. You know, I loot that, I get a level up, but it kind of sucks because the moment I loot it, I only get level 66 stuff, while at this present moment I want level 67 stuff. I think I'm cool with what I have. Let's see. That was 67 armor, but blades though. Blades. If I end a combo, there's more high chance of crits. I don't know. Fuck it. Why not? Tanas. I'll stick with the one that's capable of building days. Oh, right. That means only purge corrupt entity remains. As always, it seems like, yeah, it's just clearing everything. Using my playstyle, it takes about roughly 2 hours. I'm gonna fast travel and then season's gonna change. Yep, season's gonna change. But it's a good thing, right? Spring means that the leaves will blossom and I will get the honor of witnessing the coming of spring and to test my GPU's performance when all the foliage is, you know, in bloom and stuff like that. So it should be more taxing on my GPU. Should be. And then I get to use Yasuke. I want to do the last thing, like the last quest immediately, but I think I drank Incy a bit too much H2O. So if I was using Yasuke, then there was no way I can climb back up onto the roof. And that would suck, because that would mean I have to fight my way out of the castle. Anyway, yeah, just need to fast travel, but not now. I'm gonna take a little break because of the aforementioned issue, bladder issue. Too much information? Yeah, too much information. I've been thinking, if this test works out, As in, if is KZ-AZ09 I'm wearing it, if it has decent endurance, then in the far off future, I already have 3 Bluetooth adapters, but in the far off future, I might consider buying a KZ Bluetooth adapter that has the advantages that I mentioned of from the TRN, soft, flexible, soft touch, and flexible as well. Ear hooks. The TRNs have those, but the KZ-AZ09 itself doesn't. Here I am planning out purchases for things that are far, far away. By the time that, I feel the itch to actually buy something and I have the funds to do it, like the AZ20 will most likely be very outdated. This is a better color match, but it's not an exact match. That's the problem. The red on the helmet isn't the same red that's being used on the armor. Got a bunch of guns that I'm not gonna use. Alright, Purge the corrupt entity. Actually, there's something very critical that I forgot as well. So how far along am I? Okay, maybe I was worrying about nothing because a couple more days. Couple more days of clearing all the projects and I should have my final reward. Sanctuary reward. And then I should actually focus on completing the story, or maybe buying DLC. Unlikely. Because recently Ubisoft has a Black Friday sale and I don't think the DLC was on sale. Yeah. So that would be oh no, wait, Awakening. Wait a sec. Awakening. No, okay, I've gotten the final reward for Awakening. I just haven't claimed the very first reward. That's it. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so if I do more of these projects, then at some point I want that contribution to go towards undiscovered data, but yeah, that might require DLC. Actually, instead of just openly speculating, I can search for it online. Let's see. A Legacy, Awakening, Mnemosyne, and Sanctuary. I'm so glad I never had to pronounce that. Mnemosyne. I don't know. Century, scene like scene. There's a fifth one, undiscovered data. So is it new or is it a placeholder for something in the future? Personification of memory in Greek mythology. Mnemosyne. 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 Alright, so treat the Y as something like an I. Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne. Okay, fifth AC Shadows project. Does anyone have information on that? Someone asked that 2 months ago. Okay, so it is indeed related to the DLC. The fifth anomaly is specific to claws of RRG. Well, when I do get the DLC, then I'll get to that. For now, it's fine. I'm fine with what I have. She's the open assassin. Throws a dazing bomb. Alright. Let's see if she's actually capable of killing someone. I have 18 points. Mother fuck. Was I saving those points up for something, or is it because it's been too long since I played as Yasuke? I completely forgot about spending points for him. Could be both. Let's see, 45 points. Teppo is under rank. So is the Yumi bow, though, to be fair. Fine. Let's upgrade my Naginata experience. How many more points? 6 more. Three more. Alright. The other one will be Teppo. Even though I'm using a bow right now, I do want to upgrade a Teppo for when I get back to using a Teppo. I don't have enough points. Well, I have exactly enough points, like 11 points required. Although I don't think it'll be that neat. Okay, well there are 1 pointers, so maybe I can it will be that neat. Points. Anything with 2 points. Shits. Just spent just enough. Get me over the edge. No, you know what? You know what? There's like a good tempo. If I don't move, I do more damage. Huh? Okay, I see where the enemy is. The good thing with ultra sharp graphics is that you can stand into the distance and you notice the smallest of details. It's so very nice. Right, so yeah, I think that clump of flags, banners. Yeah, that's where the corrupt entity is. And the game has put up a bunch of trees to prevent me from progressing further. Oh. Fine. Fine. It's elite, so... Yeah, I was thinking of using my companion on him, but on further reflection, maybe that's not a good idea. Because, you know, he's an elite and a regular soldier. That means Katsuhime now is Teppo girlfriend. Might not be able to take him down. It's not a fair target to assess Naoe's abilities. Katsuhime's ability, that is, not Naoe. What would be fair though is if I do one of these like side quests. Oh, assassinate? No. This maybe. Eliminate the targets. Take my boat there. Gently, gently. Don't want to bump up the boat. The rickety boat. Is straight up on the opposite bank? It is. Oh, okay. I was wondering why, you know, the marker is so far away, but I can see the shore. And it's very close. And to go around this little island. No, it's more of a peninsula. But actually it is an island. I need to go around it. I can see the roof. I can see the roof being out. Okay, the game is running smoothly. Yeah, I haven't quite noticed it, but yeah. It's not stuttering or anything. You know, there's a shit ton of dense foliage. Exactly the place where I had the most trouble with this game. Atsuhime is not terribly useful, but that's fine. Maybe like the direct combat allies are meant to serve Yasuke. Whoa, whoa. Hazeo Yobe. Call down the wind, I guess. That's what it means. Oh yeah, when the game performs well, it's always so fun to fight enemies. I did poorly earlier, but I'm not blaming the game because I can tell that the game is running like fine. And that's the beauty. Katana of aspiration. Well, some other time perhaps. Oh yeah, the frame gen. Yeah, because I'm thinking of like smooth frame rates. This reminds me. Frame gen. I just installed that on another game where I had frame rate issues. What was it? It's another Star Wars game. Jedi Survivor. Yeah, Jedi Survivor. Damn if that doesn't make the game move smoothly. It's so wonderful. I might put up a video because the last time I recorded a video of frame gen for XEFG, I did not realize that I need to use window borderless capture the frame gen effect. I might just do that. It's this game is smooth. There are no other ways to reach this camp except by climbing. So I have to like go off-road a bit and climb up to the camp. That is interesting. Interesting. Anyway, I should complete story missions, but I don't know. I'm just not too in the mood for it. I do want to test out the audio in other games. That's one reason. Also test out the stability of this of the power supply. Right. So this game is not triggering anything after 2 hours, but I know another game that's very likely to trigger. The thing is, actually, I was playing AC Valhalla, and that game was also kind of likely to trigger power supply warning thing. I did not get any issues with that, but there's one more game, and that's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. So yeah, I'm thinking of testing that. Let's see. Play it for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, no warning lights, despite maintaining a rather high voltage. That's a good sign. No guarantees it's going to do the. Well, the final test would be running the overclock scanner. But now, what I will do is I will pause. Well, I'll stop streaming and then come back on with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I think 5 hours would be fair. 5 hours would be fair for evaluating the battery life, the endurance of my AZ09. Let me check something. Somewhat inaccurate reading. AZ09 is at 30%. Okay, so battery life then is an issue. I've only played 2.5 hours, and the AZ09 has really dropped to 30%. Not a good sign there. So when the AZ09 claims. When it claims 6 hours of performance, it is indeed that short. And in fact, I should halve it, cut it in half. Yeah, and when the BT20XS claims 13 hours, it is actually just 6-7 hours. Maybe I've accidentally triggered the performance mode. The fidelity mode. It's causing the battery to drain so fast. Okay, they say triple press the right side. Below latency mode, high performance. Triple press the left side. Bass and treble is boosted. Alright, I need to see AZ09. I need to see the manual. Okay, high performance mode. Press the multi-function button 3 times to enter or exit low latency high performance mode. That is mentioned in the manual. So high performance mode means that sound signal is transmitted faster. And yeah, I think another problem with the AZ09 that a lot of people have mentioned and complained about is that the AZ09 has this constant hissing, and I do kind of notice it. High performance mode, if it doesn't change the battery life, then I don't know. Do I care about latency or do I care about sound quality more? People are saying that high performance mode barely made a difference over the standard mode. So okay. Anyway, I should stop the stream and restart the stream. I don't know, I think from volume is fair. Anyway, yeah, I should stop talking to myself. See, let's stop streaming. Then we'll have to manually stop it. If it goes into that, if it interprets my stop signal as disconnect,